So these are called Truth Gate, one of a very popular Indian monitor that you can buy under rupees 2000. So this variant that I have is priced at 1990 and comes with a microphone, and these are available in two colors, black and white, and this variant that I have is white in color. So on the top you have your Indian monitors, some extra pair of ear tips in two different shapes and sizes, and the cable is already attached to these monitors. And at a point when I thought the unboxing was already over and looking for that warranty card and user manual, so you will find that in that bottom section along with this carry pouch, which I was not expecting at this particular price point. So when I got these in-ear monitors, I checked the box, and at the back it says it has LCP and PU diaphragm. So from that I figured it out that they have superior drivers. Now for those of you who don't know what is this LCP and PU, so there is a whole new video on driver configuration that will help you out in picking the best IEMs for yourself. So make sure to check that out. I'll link that in the description. So starting off with the build quality, I would say that these IEMs overall look very plasticky. I mean, they haven't used any sort of premium materials anywhere, but everything is like plastic. And one advantage of having a plastic is that the overall design is like very lightweight, and if you're wearing these IEMs, these are like super comfortable to wear. The faceplate is completely transparent. You can see all the internals, the drivers, and all the connections that are going inside, and transparent to the extent that you can see how that 0.78mm connector is going inside that IEM. So overall the look and feel of these IEMs is like, I would say, very attractive. Now coming on to the cable, so the cable also feels very plasticky, and it doesn't have any sort of braided touch anywhere. I don't know, like these are brand new at the moment, so the cable looks like very good in this white color, but I don't know how it's going to behave over the long period of time, and maybe like the white color is going to turn slightly yellow or pale yellow. At this particular price point, they have also included a microphone in dual tone finish, so this silver white combination goes very well. In fact, you have this like silver white combination on the microphone and also on this particular part. So overall, like the IEMs are looking very attractive. And if I talk about the design, so it's like very ergonomic, and it doesn't have any sort of sharp edges or corners. And if you are wearing these IEMs, you're going to feel like a lot of comfort. It's not going to hurt you anywhere. They fit on very nicely onto the ears, and I'm using the medium sized default ear tips that came pre-attached to it. Now talking about the technical specifications, these IEMs have a sensitivity of 122 and impedance of 28 ohms, so you can drive it easily with your smartphone. You don't need a DAC or something, but just in case you really need a DAC, you can go for something like this, which is from Audiocular. This is called D7, and you can get this as low as under rupees 1000. So just in case you really need it, you can go for this one, but at an early stage you really don't need a DAC or anything. Also just want to mention that these IEMs have 10mm dynamic drivers inside with dual cavities with carbon LCP plus PU diaphragm. So from that I figured it out that they have like all kind of advanced tech when it comes to the drivers, and I really don't mind having an in-ear monitor which doesn't give you a lot of premium feel to it. I'm really okay with that plastic kind of look as long as I'm getting a good sound with them. So I will really prioritize good quality drivers over the good look and feel. But overall I feel that it's not a bad looking in-ear monitor, but just in case they have used some sort of premium materials here and there, maybe some resin or something, it could have been one of the best under rupees 2000. Now keeping all those specifications aside, when it comes to the practical overview of the sound they produce, so I would say that these are bright sounding in-ear monitors. If you're watching any movie, dialogues, or listening to any songs, all that male and female voices are going to sound really very lively. You will really feel yourself to be like surrounded or within that environment of the enclosure. And when it comes to the bass part, I would say that its bass is very comparable to the Tangzu Warner, but the bass has slight amount of boom to it. So if you have any sort of movies which has a lot of rumbling sounds or creature sounds, so that rumble and all that sub bass frequencies are going to stay for a slight amount of more time. I would not say that it's very boomy like any sort of cheap sounding IEMs, but the bass is really onto the point, and it's really hard to complain like under rupees 2000 what best you can get. But if I compare it to the Tangzu Warner, so Tangzu Warner give you a little bit of more kick and punch, but here the little kick is missing, but they have given you a more boom. So overall a very good balance between the mid frequencies and the low frequencies. Now talking about the high frequency, so I would say they have enough amount of details in this region, and if I'm looking at the graph, so the frequency between 10,000 kilohertz to 20,000 kilohertz, it doesn't have too many spikes, but that one or two spikes will add some amount of details. At this particular point, I would say if I'm comparing it to Moondrop Chew 2, so Moondrop will be more detailed, and if you want to have like idea about the details it has, so it's very much comparable to that of Tangzu Warner. So I would say that if you're looking for anything under rupees 2000 apart from Tangzu Warner, which behaves like almost like Tangzu Warner, so it would be the Truth Gate. And that LCP and PU diaphragm actually ties up all the frequencies very well, because you don't find any sort of sudden roll off. The region from like low frequencies and mid frequencies is very well tied up together, and that from mid frequencies to high frequencies is also very much tied up together, and you don't find any sort of abrupt distortions like they have mentioned on their website, that it's trying to reduce both linear and non-linear distortions and all that. In that high frequency region, you don't find any sort of extra hissing or C's and S's sounds, like harsh or something. So overall, I can say that overall sound signature of these IEMs is very bright, and also they have good amount of bass. Here is the audio comparison between the Truth Hear Gate and Tangzo Warner, which will give you a little bit more clarity on the sound signature. And yes, the review on the Tangzo Warner 2 is going to come soon, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me for more.
Wanna